guys, it is Paris here, and I'm going to be cooking for you guys today. This is the Bagby change, and we're going to be cooking with Bagby. And let's jump into it, guys. I know it's Thanksgiving. Things this year are a little crazy, right? Don't you panic. Even if you're cooking for a family of 4 like myself, the family needs the turkey. Yes, the turkey. They need the turkey on Thanksgiving. So, if this is your first year making a turkey, don't you worry. I got you back. I got you. Follow this simple recipe. Honestly, you guys can make a turkey with anything that you have in your refrigerator when it comes to vegetables. Listen, you can make it work. Anything is possible. Stranger things have happened. So, we'll walk you through this quick recipe with the way that I would do my turkey. I am going to prep my turkey, and then tomorrow you guys are going to see my video, or the continuation part 2 on how it came out. And then you guys can, you know, comment below and let me know and see if you like this recipe. And if you don't use it this year, then you can use it next year. Doesn't matter. Take what you can, eat the meat, throw out the bones, guys. Also, we're gonna make some seafood salad because my husband loves my seafood salad. Very easy recipe. Again, guys, these are back to the basics, the easy things. Make it the best things. Let's go get this turkey. Let's get this turkey. Okay, people. Here's the turkey. This is an 18-pound turkey. I had to put my hair up. Okay? If you cook it for somebody, please put your hair up. Put it in the net. Do whatever you gotta do before you start messing with people's food. Yes, you don't want hair in the turkey. That's disgusting. But anyway, I digress. Alright. I am gonna actually get comfortable because I don't need to look cute when I'm cooking, because you know when somebody's really throwing down when they don't look cute. Their hair is all messed up. Everything on that plate looks beautiful, but they don't, okay? That's why you gotta freshen up after you cook a good meal. Alright, like I said, I'm gonna put this on my waist, get ready, let's wash our hands, and then we're gonna talk about the turkey. Okay, guys, first things first. Turkey. Clean it. I treat it like it's chicken. I always make sure I clean it with lemon. Alright, I already did that step. Obviously, this is after, if you are really into doing the salt bath, which some people do, and some people say you have to do that, you know. I don't think you necessarily have to. If you put as much flavor as possible, if you put it overnight, you will have a good turkey. You don't always need to brine, or, you know, it doesn't have to be the end of the world if you don't do that salt bath. But if you do want to do that and you have an 18-pound turkey like I do, get a cooler. Put that salt in there, put the cooler in there, and go ahead and let it sit overnight. Some people do it 2 days, however you want to do, whatever works, right? So for me, again, I'm a worker, guys. I didn't have time for all that. So this year, we're not going to do that. We're going to skip that step, which means I'm going to make sure that I pack this with a ton of flavor, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. Did not want to go grocery shopping, going all crazy this year, because I'm not cooking for many people. I have my boys, and I have my husband and myself. So I kept it to the basics, guys. Once you get your turkey, very, very important step that you have to do is you got to thaw it out. Don't cook a frozen turkey. Thaw it out. Take the contents that are within the turkey out. Okay? Let's do that. It's a baby, y'all. It's a girl. Just kidding. Okay, guys, so once you're done cleaning out your turkey, the next step is pretty simple, all right? We need to season this turkey, all right? Some people like to do vegetables in the inside. I'm one of those people. I like to do vegetable. I also like to put oil in the inside. I also like to put a little bit of oil on the outside. Some people will put butter. That's okay. You could put butter. You can follow the whole rosemary, thyme, a bay leaf in the inside. You can do all that. I didn't have a bay leaf, although I did have some Thai leaves and This right here, this Italian seasoning has pretty much all the spices we need: rosemary, garlic, the onion, the parsley, like whatever flavors you want. This is like a grinder. Pretty simple. I'm actually gonna try to just open it up and just pour whatever I need to do. Also, I like to put peppercorn in the inside, not on the outside, because then break somebody's tooth. And another flavor that I thought was kind of neat was the garlic and onion black pepper with sea salt. You can or cannot do it. Honestly, you could just stick with the Italian herb with the thyme if you want. I'm also going to put some garlic in the inside as well. You could put garlic cloves, whatever works for you. So this recipe I learned a long time ago. It was my year to make the turkey, and I had to make it for some critics, some of my, not my family, but another family, and I was so scared to make the turkey because I was like, dang man, I'm gonna have to make this turkey and like the pressure's on. But it turned out awesome. So since then, I have not changed my recipe. I've always kept it pretty much the same recipe every single year. So let's get into this. So I have an onion here. I am going to do half of an onion. Why not a whole onion? No specific reason. Just want to do half of an onion. Cut that onion. Now, if you want to dice your onion and however you want it, I'm going to make them a little bit more thicker because not only am I going to be doing the onion, I have oranges. Love the oranges. I love the flavor it provides to the meat. It just gives it just this sweet taste to it. I love it. Celery, guys. Carrots. And the onion. So those are the three things that I'm just gonna stuff inside of here. Now, of course, you could put some flavoring on here. Why not? Plus the garlic. I know I said I was gonna put the garlic and forgot it on my list. Let's get a spoon and the garlic. All right. I'm just gonna dump the garlic in here, and then I'm gonna mix it. Whatever's left over from this, it already smells amazing. So just in a mixing bowl like this, very easy, very simple. I'm gonna add some pepper and the peppercorn. Okay, once I do add the onion. Again, guys, I'm just doing half of a white onion. I'm just gonna toss that in there too, because all that is gonna get nice and mixed. Just some pepper. Now with this, you can put the oil next. Some kosher salt. I'd say like a tablespoon, since I have like a really big turkey. Peppercorns. Because think about it, most of the time, I just did a handful, guys. I don't always measure, I just go with the flow. Like I was saying before, as far as the contents that go within, most people just don't even eat it. It's just strictly to provide, unless it's stuffing, right? But it's strictly to just provide that flavor that you want. So it's gonna look like this. And don't be afraid to, I mean, you can even mix it with your hands. I mean, just please, once you touch the onion, don't touch your eyes. Also, another tip that I do is that I cut the peel off of some of the orange and just kind of like squeeze it in. Because that's, you know, just get some more flavor, guys. More flavor. I wish you guys can smell this and how amazing it smells. But yeah, so anyways, I'm going to stuff this turkey. Once I add some oil. I olive oil. Guys, I'm on a budget, so I did the great value this time, okay? All right. And just pour that in. I just like to coat all the vegetables, so that's kind of how I eye it. Just make sure you coat it. If you want to put more seasoning, you feel like it needs it, go for it. Why not? It's not going to hurt it. It's in the inside. It's only going to make it taste better, in my opinion. All right, so we're going to get this turkey, and we're going to just give it love. We're going to start stuffing it inside. Okay, beautiful people, the next step is very simple. We're going to smell the aroma. Okay, don't just smell the aroma. We're also going to talk about the skin. All right, for one, we're gonna tuck these, right? We want to tuck the wings because we don't want them to burn. So that being said, we still got to give it love. All right, don't forget about the love, but we're gonna definitely tuck it. In addition to that, we're gonna make sure we pull this skin right here. For y'all that don't know, this skin, you want to push back a little bit with your finger. I used a knife one year. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. So right here, where you see this skin, it's pretty thick. You want to push back so that you're getting the seasoning into that muscle, right? We want to flavor this. Do not use a knife. It will cut through the skin. You don't want it to cut through the skin, because then when you go to put the flavor in the inside of this, it's going to fall out. I mean, no matter what, you want to do that anyway. I go all the way back. I don't know if everybody does that. Some people stop like midpoint, but I like to go all the way in there. Again, wash your hands, guys. Make sure your hands are clean so that it's almost like a pocket in here. Like all this right here is going to be nice and crispy and flavorful, and you want to make sure that you can tuck whatever seasonings possible. All right, so let's clean our hands. I'm going to start with a little bit of olive oil in the inner portion and the outer portion. Now, some people, they'll put all their flavors in like a processor. They'll put it in a processor and they'll mix it all up. You could do that too, but listen, that's a lot. Not that it's a lot of work, it's an extra step. I don't have a processor, so what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna put the olive oil, I'm gonna put the seasoning, put a little bit more olive oil. Olive oil keeps it moist. When I do the olive oil, I like to put a lot more on the inside than on the outside, because you still want to have that crispy texture on the outside of your turkey. So, honestly, you can get a spoon if that helps. Don't know if it's gonna help, but let's see. Let's get a little spoon and just pour it on the inside, because I don't want to do too much. Okay, I'm gonna work that in. So once I know that my breasts are nice and lathered, we could put a little bit more oil on the outer portion, like that. Don't forget about your wings. Make sure you tuck your wings as well, so that they don't get, because they're gonna cook a lot faster than obviously the center portion of the meat. Once I make sure that all that is lathered in, I'm going to jump into the seasonings. Let's put this olive oil aside, because we're not going to need any more of that. We're gonna start with our seasoning. Now, some people will say, how much seasoning do you need? I just like to coat it. As long as you have a good coat, I'm cool. So let's get about a handful. Remember, this is an 18-pound turkey, so that smells very good. And you're just gonna sprinkle it. Definitely gonna have to sweep after this, y'all, because I'm gonna make a mess. Let's move on to the thyme, so we can't forget that. Alright, so for the thyme, I'm gonna sprinkle a little on the inside too. This is gonna give it a beautiful color too. Make sure putting it in here. So I cannot open this for some reason, so we're just gonna grind it out until I have enough in my hand that I'm satisfied with. And we're gonna put that on top too. And let's tuck that, let's pack that into where the breasts are, so we can get some flavor. Some flavor. And rub it all in here. Make sure you're giving it all the love you can. Some people forget the cardinal rule. You have to do this part, you have to flip it, and you have to season the other portion of your turkey as well. So right here, I'm pretty comfortable with that. I'm gonna add some zest, so we'll do that next. Well, I'll do that as the very last step. So most turkeys come with the bottom portion. Some of them are already tucked when it comes to your drumsticks. But if you need to cut that a little bit more, I usually cut the fat out because I don't like it, which I already did. I cut that little fat out in this little portion. And then we're gonna flip and season the other portion. And then the ending is going to be that orange zest on the top. So once you're done with that, you're going to add either lemon zest or orange zest. I actually have a lemon and I actually do have an orange, so I'm gonna add both. You just want to put it on the top. Again, that's gonna be flipped into this pan right here, breast side down. Another thing you have to be mindful is 15 minutes per pound. So I have an 18-pound turkey. I know I gotta put it in the oven for a few hours. Another thing that you want to think about is, I think this is a must. You can get this from the dollar store. You don't even need to spend an arm and a leg. But this needs to say 165 when it's inside this turkey. That's how you know it's done. So let's put this lemon zest and the orange zest on it, put it breast side down, and then cover it, ready to go in the refrigerator until the morning. Okay, so once you get to about that much, you just want to put this on the top and just rub it in. This is gonna make it smell so good, and it goes a long way adding it onto it. So this is what your turkey should look like at the end of all of that for your preparation. So the turkey is in the refrigerator. Can't wait to eat that tomorrow. Anyway, let's get back. We're gonna do the seafood salad. Again, this is gonna be really, really fast. My trick to the seafood salad is cook the shrimp. Do not buy store-bought shrimp. It is flavorless. Yes, you can add on to it, but my tip is to definitely cook. So get it uncooked, cook it, put your flavors into it. You know, add your basics. We got crab meat, we got some peppers. If you want to add onions, you could, but I feel like sometimes it takes away from it. Of course, you want to add your olives as well. And then you're just gonna mix it all up, guys. And then of course we need Italian dressing. So add the Italian dressing. I got some boiling water ready to go, so we're gonna actually start that because of course you guys already know pasta takes a little bit to cook. So you could do your bow tie, or you could just do what I'm doing. I like the different assorted colors. That's just me. I feel like pasta salad, I gotta see those colors into it. I do the same thing with the peppers, green peppers. If you want to add yellow peppers and red peppers, do it because it makes it look beautiful. Also, another thing that I didn't even think about was tomatoes. Luckily, I have some tomatoes, so we're gonna cut up some tomatoes, dice them up as well, and throw them in there too. So let's jump into it. So we're gonna put our pasta in there. Next, we're gonna just dice up the tomatoes. You guys can use like the tiny tomatoes. They taste really, 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 really good with this too, but I forgot about the tomatoes, guys. I forgot. So I have 2 tomatoes. I'm just gonna have to make do. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow, and whatever you have in the kitchen, you just gotta make it work. So once you're done this, next you're going to cut the peppers. Okay guys, next the crab meat. Okay guys, so this is what you guys are going to be looking at. Crab meat, peppers, black olives, tomatoes, and we're going to be mixing all these together. You could of course season them with a little bit of salt, especially on the tomatoes. I like to add a little bit of salt and pepper. If you want to add anything else, you can. Ladies and gents, let's check on the pasta to see if it's ready. You don't want them too soft and you don't want them too hard. So just make sure you check your pasta, keep checking it so that you're not overcooking it. How can you tell if it's overcooked or undercooked? Well, they turn into mush if they're overcooked. I like to cook them like al dente, but that's really up to you. I think it just tastes better with the pasta salad. That's just my preference though. Couple more minutes. I have this ready to go. So my lovely people, the next step you're gonna do is you're gonna get your shrimp. These have the tails on them, remove the tails. Nobody really wants to eat pasta salad and then have like that shell in their mouth. So my little tidbit for this is Cajun and sazon tropical. Tropical. You gotta say it like this, like with Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but I wish I did. Tropical, you know, with the thing. Anyways, so you're gonna add this one in here. You can always get like the low sodium if you're a person that's like cautious about that. But that's pretty much what I flavor my shrimp with. So let's go in. Let's do it. I do not measure, people. I. Let's see, can you see it? Evenly coat all around. And let's add the Cajun. We're gonna add a little pepper. The sazon has enough salt that I don't even add salt to this. Get a fork, get something to mix it with. Once you do that, you can add some oregano or any Italian seasoning that kind of gives a little bit of the green color to it. So add a little bit of that. Next, let's get our pan hot. These noodles. Yeah, that feels right. Those are done. Perfect noodle. Perfect. Let's get these mitts. Drain the pasta. You could just cover the noodles for right now. If you want them not to stick, you could add a little bit of oil. Your preference. Let's add a little oil to this pan. Coat your pan like so. Let's add these in. Now they always say the trick of knowing when you overcook them is if they're too much in a circle. Personally, for the seafood salad, I like them, not that I like them overcooked, but I like it to be a little bit more chewy, not soft necessarily. But again, that's totally your guys' preference. If you buy it store-bought, it may taste like that, like very tough. Some people like that texture, some people like the more soft texture, but I think with the seafood salad, because it is a cold dish, it just tastes a little bit better when it's a little harder. So my lovely people, the shrimp is done, it's off the heat. Pasta is done. We have everything diced and sliced and ready to go as far as the tomatoes, the peppers, the crab meat, and the olives. Next, depending on however you want to store it, I like to store it separate, at least into 2 containers with the 1 box of pasta. I kind of like just already know how much is going to fill. You don't want to overfill it. Portion it out. Then you can give your other family member some pasta, and you're not going to eat all of this. So share the wealth, all right? But yeah, so let's start layering it up. People, that was it for the seafood salad. I know you guys can take a closer look. Doesn't it look amazing? It is gonna be amazing for my husband to eat because he loves my seafood salad. I made so much. I didn't even need to use the extra bottle of Italian dressing. It worked out perfectly. There was just the perfect amount. Look at this, guys. I don't want to spill it everywhere, but look at that. It's gonna be very good, and I cannot wait for you guys to see how my turkey ends up. Stay tuned for that video. It's gonna be part 2 of the Bagby Change Cooking Thanksgiving edition. So ladies and gents, good night, and as always, stay blessed. Bye.